Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Efrain Rodriguez Jr. show. In today's show, I'm about to open a Pandora box for, some Puerto Ricans here in the island because, listen, I've been listening to the radio news. In order for me to be here in front of you and to try to give my opinion, I had to really know what is going on in the island. That's why I come and I read the paper. And believe me, this is like probably an hour reading just before I choose the one that I can really come and bring to you. So it's not like I have a person here and just give me all the information and I'm here just repeating. No, I had to do the research. And today's I have three different headline news that it's gonna be in reality it's gonna be very, very good. The one that I'm gonna start in today's news is the one that is pretty much where we are going. And this I found on the newspaper, the spokesperson. And sorry about that. And here, to prepare for the threat of economic hurricane. We know about hurricanes, remember Maria? And here in the island, the path of hurricane seasons, which by the way, just started just recently. It is a recommendation for economists to the government, companies, and the populations. Me and you. I remember in 2009, there was a bubble because, some people wanted to open up for the public to lower this course or borrow money, power to the people to buy houses and everything. And it was a disaster that really brought up like a small kind of like a halt. And I remember I had my construction company in New York, and at that time before it hit, I had some long-term projects that I was doing. I was doing an addition in Suffern. Yes, I think it was in Suffern, and I was doing in a health center, Juwanio Health Center. So I had jobs that it lasts me a long time. So when everybody was in pain economically, financially, I was okay, with the work and everything. But then it hit 2009, and then it was no work. And then it was like a slowdown. And then I start losing stuff because, you buy a car and then buy another car and you're working and everything is just moving. And you're like, yes, I can't afford that. I can't afford that. But then when the money started coming in, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Well, they took my car. They took my truck. And the house that I was just buying, I was doing an option to buy. I was renting. $32,000 already in the pot. I had to say, bye-bye, $32,000. And then I had to move out and find a place where to rent. And I found a job that I physically work just to pay the rent. And then I went to a welfare plan. And believe me, I don't recommend welfare to no one because they give you so much money that it's hard for you to get out. Even I had the IRS coming in to see my situation because I was just booming. And they saw me and they said, get better and hope that everything is good with you. That bad. And it happens. So now we are hearing to be ready. And this is JP Morgan, Jaime Dimon, Chief Executive Officer of JP Morgan, predicted the threat of the economic hurricane for the United States. Local economists alert the government to take measurement to strengthen the country in the face of the possibility of a new economic recession. This is bad because sometimes we are hearing from our own government, especially Joe Biden, about the food shortage. We just saw with the milk, and at certain time you were like, what is this guy doing? We are the powerful nation of the world, the most strong capital, per peso. We make more money here than in China, believe it or not. The numbers are there. Don't trust what I'm saying, just go and find out. So we see that one of the things that I'm hearing on the radio, reading on the newspapers, I go through the newspaper every single day before I come here to talk to you. I don't have someone in my staff. Yes, I do have someone in my staff that comes here and prepare all the work that I'm going to do before I bring it to you. Yeah, that name of that guy, thank for him. He did all that work. So one of the things is that when our president right now just walking into the office, Oval Office, starts signing some stuff. But do you hear all that stuff that he signed on and to make it into pretty much take some privileges for the petroleum companies that were, kind of like working out to make these prices low because offer and demand, that, hey, I got 20 barrels here for $5. And then Cuba say, yo, I got it for $4.55. So where are you going to buy them? So that's the way it is. That's the way it is. I know I should have used Venezuela, but anyways, you get the point. And that it's what happened. He got in bed with the far left, the Green New Deal, and let's just change everything, fossil fuels, into renewable energy. And what we got, even here in Puerto Rico, I've been watching on the commercial. Hey, you listen to these commercials and you're like, but probably in certain areas, there's some energy that just to get the cable all the way up the mountain is going to cost way more money than having a solar panels and you all there by yourself. So maybe it works for you, but not in every single case. Did you check up on Texas and California? They're predicting there's going to be light off, like switch off. There was not going to be power. There's not going to be power because the grid, they switch so like fast and furious because the government was just putting money. And you know what happened when government put money? This is what happened. Did you get your stimulus check? Because I didn't get all my stimulus checks. And I'm going to suffer even that I even didn't get my stimulus checks. But it's what it is. What can I complain on it? Hey, I didn't get them. I moved to Puerto Rico and got lost in the mail. No, I never got them. Not even the lady pick up our mail over there. No stimulus checks for us. I think we got one. Not completely guilty. Maybe you got all of them. I don't know. Maybe you did. Hopefully you spend it in something that is really gonna let you sail through this financial situation that we're about to start navigating on. But now we have executive orders that he signed into office. What is my pen? And somebody took it. It was the guy that works for me. And we did that. And what happened? Now, inject money into the economy and it creates the inflation. Remember the gas prices before in our real time now? Probably around $2. And now it's around $5. we decide here in this hustle, oh, we gotta do food shopping. All right, yeah, we're going on Sunday to church, and it's very close to the supermarket. So guess what? Before we just jump into the car, you know what? Let's just drive over there, just beat out of the house. No, you can't do that. Half of my tank is $50, and I don't even reach half of my tank. So for me, it's like $120 on my tank, and I don't have an 18-wheeler. No, I don't. So this is with this news. I know you love it. I think that I did my best trying to explain this to you. So the next one that we have is the status in Puerto Rico. This is a charade. This is just for show. Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez and all these representatives that come here and they just, I don't know what is wrong with our politicians these days. It looks like, it has to happen. But I have an announcement to make that I've been giving this announcement over and over and over again, but nobody's listening to me. Hopefully today somebody's going to be like, wow, remember that guy to talk about the economy and all that he said, gotta listen to the second one that he's about to say something that is going to be like, whoa, it's crazy. In a way, it is crazy because what is going on with this PIP and PPD in Puerto Rico? PIP was the least, the minimum 5% of the borders. How the PPD that is more strong, and they had like all these different towns with mayors from the PPD administrating and running the show on those places. We had more power from the party that was the party of we're never gonna be independent. But now this is from the newspaper First Hour. PPP and PIP present objection to the draft Congressman's describes meeting a constructive one. While popular maintain that the ELA must be included, Congressman insists that it cannot be an option, and the PPOLO from the PIP assure that self-executing statehood is a poisonous pill. How that happened? I don't know. I know I spent 15 years in New York and I've been away from here, and I don't know when was the last time I boat here in Puerto Rico, but man, you guys really screwed this one up big time. How this is possible? But the whole world is upside down. It's like now with the transgender situation. The minority of that group have more power to the rest of us. And they have flags, and even NASCAR. If you see what they did for the inclusivity, this is like, who's paying the money? I don't know. This is so corrupt. And all we had to do is this. Listen, you're a man now, throughout and at the end. If you're feeling and you want to do certain changes, feelings doesn't change facts. But people don't want to take that and tackle head on because, oh, no, what are you doing? There's Matt Walsh from the Daily Wire. He did a movie, What a Woman Is. This is something that even people that are smart, I don't know where their brains went. Probably they smoke so much that there's no brain cells in. But this is how far we are in this discussion. That now we have a small minority group from the PIP have more power than the ELA. 72 years. The one that goes up, Carlos Romero Barcelo, Hernandez Colon, and even Luis Munoz Marin, and then up and down, up and down. And that's the way it's been in the island for forever. I remember that's the party of my grandfather. And I say, if he would be alive now, he would be like pulling his hair out. I don't know. This is so crazy. But now in the Congress, Democrats run the Congress, they run the Senate, and they even had the White House. But it's easy to tell everyone, you know what? Yes, I'm gonna give you this. And we just believe it. But, hopefully, if you listen to my advice, PPD, maybe you make a change or something. You gotta do this quick. I told you before, you just gotta put your lines with the Republicans. I mean, you're more, really more conservative than those from the PNP and even from the PIP. So they're really stabbing you in the back, and you're bleeding out so fast that you guys don't do anything, that it's gonna be a big change soon. You're gonna be the party of, ooh, there was a time, there was a party that this guy Luis Munoz Marin sit down with the people from the countryside. He really had that voice. A lot of people listened. And the revolution came. Party, the island was united. You guys tell me. I mean, so from there, let's go to what is happening that, they're protesting. Actually, let's just read the news. From the New Day. Relative of victims of shooting in Buffalo and Uvalde will testify before the Federal House of Representatives. Good. Hearings will examine the human impact of gun violence and the urgency of lawmakers to enact gun controls. Good. Democratic Representative Carolyn Maloney, who heads the Oversight Committee, said Friday that the hearing will examine the human impact of gun violence and the urgency of lawmakers to enact gun control. Good. But this last paragraph is really a good one. But before we go to that last paragraph, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security for a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Let me say that one more time, slowly this time. Shall not be infringed. Hey, yesterday, our president, because is the president of the nation, this is the territory of the nation of the United States of America. Even I didn't vote for him. The president of the United States. He walked through the middle of 56 candles. So presidential. And he really attacked head on the Second Amendment. In other places, he's been saying that this is not. What was the word that he used? My bad. Forgive me. Absolute. It came up. Good. My computer's still working. For 1 second, I was thinking Oh my God, I got the Joe Biden syndrome. That one. So came from DR, Dominican Republic. Beautiful. So right now, just read to you the Second Amendment. What I'm about to tell you in this paragraph, you'll be like, these people have balls to type things like this, and whoever approved this, I'm fine. I say this. I mean, it is in parentheses, so maybe they just wrote down what the legislator said. So let's just say this. I hope my colleagues will listen with open hearts as gun violence survivors and loved ones recount one of the blackest days of their lives, Maloney said in a statement. Yes, she did say that. But I don't think she knows anything about the Second Amendment of the United States of America. And having a guy that really sit down here with his 80% of fluently English to say something like this to a representative of the House. It's okay. We got Joe Biden as the president. You know what? Forget what I just said. It makes more sense now. It makes more sense. You know what? I raised my case. I'm going to just finish it right here. And I'm going to tell you this. And this is so stupid that in all the movies, and I just saw Law and Order just recently here, and we have ABC, and we watch one of the regular channels. We don't even need cable. We see ABC like it's a regular channel here. NBC, my bad. And Law and Order. This old woman, she's been there forever. The guy was about to pull the handgun, and shoot people, and she came in, bah, blew the brains out. How do you think you can stop someone from harming your family? With a machete? The other day with a bat, I saw a guy right in plain sight. Went with the bat, boom, boom, busted the glass of the car of this guy. The guy came out and boom, boom, boom. I mean, horrible. But, in order to defend yourself against a gun, well, just explain to me why you're sending so much money to buy guns in Ukraine and wants to talk about our guns here in the United States of America and the territories of America. Right now, the most control restrictions in weapons, like Chicago, New York, or even here in Puerto Rico, is the most bloodiest places ever seen. Hey, did you notice that? And here we have the most strict control weapons, regulations, and everything. I was in the Army. I know how to handle one. I haven't get the need to do that because I'm doing construction, not in security. But I bet you if I try to go and they're going to ask me, who was your great-great-grandmother, maybe? Because that's how bad it is. How strict it is. That doesn't prevent from people stopping a crazy maniac doing stuff like this. You know what stopped that? Another person with a gun. And that happens also the other day. I think it was in Virginia. This guy came with the rifle and started shooting. Thank God he didn't hit a lot of people. But someone with the gun carry a license and everything. It popped the guy. Did you hear about that news everywhere? And even in other places. Another person with a gun. Recently, in here today, I was listening. I was just probably inclining myself to say something about this news because it was tragic. A guy that jumped out of the bus, a detainee already, goes out in Texas, goes to Austin, Texas, and he killed this family that was just having fun, and he kills the entire family. I bet you if that guy there would have a shotgun or something, the other guy with the gun would have at least say, whoa, let me step back because guy has protection. You tell me, have you seen the governor walking around with people without guns here in Puerto Rico? No, they have people, they had guns. So if somebody comes to harm them, which way do you think they're going to stop them? With another gun. It's impossible to see this happening in these days, but it happened. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, this is the time that you'll be like, whoa, I stayed with this guy for 26 minutes. Yeah, I'm gonna subscribe to this guy. Every single day I come, I give my opinion on different issues here in the island. Today I went out. I went to Washington, D.C. and I did a little talk about the economy. And, the screwed up of the Democrat Party with this situation. Okay, so with that said, did you subscribe to the channel? Good. Now hit the like button and share with your friends and family. Maybe you have someone in the family that needs to hear something different. Maybe we can probably help him or her. From Palma Sola, Villalba, Puerto Rico, your host, Efrain Rodriguez Jr. in Efrain Rodriguez Jr. Show. God bless you. I will see you back tomorrow.